So guys, why is Crawford and Spence the fight to make right now in boxing? I just think it's two guys at their peak. I think in the welterweight division for the last so many years has always been very competitive, always been the best division, one of the best division, if not the best division out there. I would say now that the heavyweight division is definitely competing alongside the welterweights, not at the same skill level, but definitely you would have to say that those guys, the heavyweights, is something that the people always want to watch. But I do think skill level, the welterweight division is probably the best division from a skill point of view. The amount of great fighters that there are in the welterweight division, it's a stamp-packed division. I think Crawford and Spence definitely, in my opinion, right now are on top. Keith Thurman may have something to say about that. Obviously Keith Thurman's been inactive, so you can't put him up there right now. You'd have to say that the two best guys are Crawford and Spence, and most people think that's the next big super fight out there in boxing, Crawford and Spence. And I think, listen, it's a special fight between two special fighters. You got, in my opinion, a boxer against a big puncher. I don't think Spence has got the boxing skills that Crawford has got. But don't get me wrong, he has got good enough boxing skills. He's just more of a guy that walks forward and hunts you down, and he's like a hunter mentality where he's walking you down. But I do think he's got a lot of boxing skills. I think he's got good enough boxing skills, and what makes this fight intriguing is the fact that he's a lot bigger than Crawford. So he's the bigger man in the fight, and he could potentially walk down Crawford and really hurt him. Especially with those body shots, he has those crunching body shots, and if they start catching Crawford, the fight, it could make the fight interesting. But I've always said, and I'm not going to change what I think about this fight. I've always said that I think Crawford is technically the superior fighter. He's very gifted, he can switch, and I think that would cause Errol Spence all kinds of nightmares. And I don't think Errol Spence will be able to adjust to that. I just think Crawford outboxes him and could potentially box his ears off. But I do think if if Spence can get to Crawford, then Spence will probably beat him, because Spence is the bigger man. He's a natural welterweight, and he's the bigger puncher out of the two. So if Crawford can't get Errol Spence's respect, right, and Spence keeps walking forward, marching him down, then it's inevitable that that Spence gets the knockout. But can Crawford get Spence's respect and be able to gain his respect and then outbox him? I don't think Crawford can stop Errol Spence. I don't think so. I think Spence takes a good shot, and he's the bigger man. I think Spence has been hit by bigger men like Kell Brook, who probably punch harder than Crawford. So I do think it's a very, very tough fight for both guys. I favour Crawford just because of that. I believe he's got the boxing ability, but it's a kind of a close fight because you don't know how Crawford's going to react to getting hit by Errol Spence, who, like I said, is the bigger man. And I don't think Crawford's been hit by anybody like Errol Spence. And I don't think Crawford's probably fought anybody close to the skill level of Errol Spence. So I think it's a hard fight. But leave your thoughts, guys. What do you think happens if Errol Spence and Crawford fight? Who do you think wins? Would you favour Crawford, or would you favour Spence? Would you favour the boxer, or would you favour the puncher? Leave your thoughts, guys, in the comment section below. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.